Oh, you have moved to Dominican Republic for remote work, right? So you're getting accustomed to your Wi-Fi that sometimes doesn't work, your coconut water. You're just getting accustomed to all that comes with life here. Honestly, or are you just on an extended vacation that includes work? Let's be honest. Let's talk about what's going on, how you can maintain that work life balance while you're here in Dominican Republic. So let's talk about that Wi-Fi that doesn't work. Sometimes you gotta have two Wi-Fis in case one goes down. And also, you have to have an inverter, which is like a generator here. So that if it does go down, because electricity does go out sometime, you're not gonna be cut off from your clients and you'll still be able to do your work. Hi, it's Jazz, your favorite YouTuber. I have been living in the Dominican Republic now. This is going to be year number 7. And I can give you a lot of tips and I can give you a lot of insight on what it's like to be an expat in the Dominican Republic. 7 years ago, I decided I was going to ditch the States and move over to DR. I had come one or two times before, and I actually instantly fell in love, and I was so burnt out from my job as a nurse. I was so tired. I just wanted to change. So I put certain things into place that I could support myself while I was here, and I was still going back and forth to work. So it wasn't like I was just over here just sipping margaritas by the beach every day. I would go back, I would work, and then I'd come back. But don't follow me because that might not work for you. So I've seen a lot of things here. A lot has happened to me. And I just want to look up for my fellow expats. I've seen a lot of situationships, a lot of, bachata and merengue that end in heartbreak and disappointments. So in this video, I'm gonna share some experiences and guide you along the way. Problems here is that people come here and they feel like they're on an eternal vacation. If you have a job and you have to show up at a certain time, you're gonna set your alarm. You need to get up and get to work. You treat it like you would if you were still back home. You can't just be on an internal vacation here, partying and drinking and just hanging out. You have to keep that schedule so you can make your money and get paid. Your boss expects you to show up and be on time for work. The beaches are always going to be there. They're not going anywhere. The comandas are going to be there. The girls are going to be there. This is for the guys. This is who I'm talking to. It's always going to be there. So make sure you maintain structure and stay on schedule so you can keep that job so you can stay here in paradise. They can say it. You guys fall in love like this on tomorrow, like like the rainstorm and the Wi-Fi drops. Rainstorm is constant. You guys have to realize that you are from two different cultures. I know the girls are beautiful and they're sexy and they whisper the sweet nothings in your ear and you just can't help yourself, right? But tranquilo, take it easy, right? Set boundaries because I've seen a lot here and it can arise a lot of complications. I'm just keeping it real. A lot of women haven't really been over here on the North Coast. That's where I've been, so I can tell you some horror stories. So don't let the beauty and all that stuff fool you. This is still two cultures that are colliding, and you have to, keep your head on, okay? How are you going to communicate? You have to get to know some Spanish. That should have been one of the things that you prepared yourself with, myself included. But my husband speaks perfect English, and he's Dominican. So I kind of lucked out there, but I knew some Spanish. I could get around. I can communicate. Maybe not fluently, but I can communicate. So I would say learn some Spanish, get to know the culture. There can be a lot of miscommunication when you don't speak the same language. Do you want to constantly be using ChatGPT or using what's it called, Google Translate to communicate with your significant others? I think that's a that's a big recipe for disaster as far as I'm concerned. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Others might say differently, but there's issues with money. Sometimes when you flash too much money, some of these women have never seen that much money, and then you become not just the guy that I like, but the guy that I like that has the money that's going to spend it on me, not knowing that you've been saving and saving, and this is the money you came to, hold you over while you were here, and then you're spending it all off like you're Elon Musk. That's crazy to me. You guys have to really, pump the brakes and don't fall in lust. If you're gonna fall in love, but not in lust. DR is not really known for heinous crimes. Maybe in the capital or some parts, you have a little bit more. I don't know what the crime rate here is. I'm not gonna give any statistics because I didn't look that up. But there are there are homicides and crime in every country. I mean, you name it, they've got crime in the U.S., right? They've never had a mass school shooting here. There's so many things that I can, compare and contrast. But anyway, crimes of opportunity are here. Like crimes of a something. My friend left a cell phone on the car seat. We were going to the beach. He left the cell phone on the car seat, left it there, left the door open. Why? He's Dominican. Not because you're in a nice neighborhood, you're gonna think, no, we came back. Somebody just kindly opened the door and took the phone. I don't blame them. Take it, because that was dumb. So it's crimes of opportunity. And if you notice, most places have the burglar bars, usually on the first floor only. And it's not really a safety issue. It's more aesthetic now. It's more, I would say it's just part of living here. You gotta put the bars on, and to me, I feel more comfortable with it because if I'm home and I want to open my windows, I'm on the first floor. I don't want anybody to be able to just climb right in. So yeah, it gives you a feeling of a little bit more protection. But don't wear your big bling. I see guys out there, and I'm gonna keep talking about the guys because it's the guys over here in the Sosua side and the Port Plata side that I see. I don't see the girls doing it. That wear these big old chains and all this, jewelry that just adds additional attraction. So mind your phones, mind your jewelry, put your money away in a safe when you're going out. Don't walk around with a wad of cash on you and flash and make it rain. That looks dumb. That's stupid, because you just set yourself up as a target. So just, keep safety in mind, even if you are in paradise. Then work and I would call it, it's not really vacation, but it's balancing work and play in DR is definitely doable. It's doable, okay? But you just have to be mindful and you have to be mature. You have to know that anything you do in excess, it becomes excessive, okay? So just be mindful of your surroundings, think about your safety. Don't bring girls over to your house that you don't know, and even if you know, that's still stretching it. Um, don't leave jewelry and phones and stuff out where it's tempting. It's tempting to be taken. What else can I say? So paradise works best when you do. So it is. I love being here. I have no regrets. There are times when I get frustrated like anybody else. I'm human, but I'm invested. I'm here, and I don't think I'm going anywhere anytime soon, except on vacations. So, let me know in the comments. Are you thinking of coming here? Have you been here before? What are some of the concerns you have about, being in Dominican Republic or coming here or just, I would say just wondering about how you can transition here and, you know, any other general questions. But don't forget to subscribe to find out more tips that I might be giving. I'm not might, that I will be giving. And I've given some before, but now I'm being a little bit more specific. And I am talking to the men right now because the men seem to have the issue with things that happen to them here. And we're gonna do a video on some of the things that have happened. Now my husband is a police officer here. He's also a lawyer. And he's known now, beginning to be known now within the expat community, and he gets a lot of calls in the middle of the night, sometimes early in the morning, late at night, with issues, okay? And he tries to help out as much as he can, and he does give advice. He's even gotten girls, like, issues with women that have gotten involved with certain men, certain men here, and it has not turned out too well, and they were very unsafe. So it's not just the men. The women have put themselves in some strange situations as well. So I just want to say, just be careful and don't forget to subscribe. I want you to subscribe so you can stay abreast of the posts that I make, and comment, leave me comments, ask questions. I don't usually put my email on here because I get a lot of weirdos sending me stuff. So you can reach me on Instagram. It's in the description. And I also have burnoutofblissdigital.com, which is a checklist that you can download for free. And everybody loves free. And you can look at it. It's almost like a guide, of what to expect, what you should be looking out for. And also, you can book a one-on-one call with me. That's also there. I have a calendar. It's free also. If it goes more than 30 minutes, it's not going to be free because my time is valuable. And sometimes people will take up your time and they don't really, they ask a lot of questions, and I'm here to help. And they don't realize that I still have a life. I live here. And this is, something that I enjoy doing. And I have other things to do. So if I say 30 minutes, it's 30 minutes. And then if you want to spend more time and you want to ask me all the questions, then we put a price on it, okay? If you want to come here, if you need help with just, getting around, transitioning cars. And right now I'm in the process of helping someone else who lived here briefly before, went back to the States, decided that they want to come back, but don't want to come to the North Coast, and they're in Santo Domingo, and I'm actually helping with that transition, and also because over there, like I said, everywhere has its little unique quirks. They want somebody to verify and vouch for them, and Ricardo is going to do it. So that's not something that he would do for everybody, because that's putting his reputation on the line. But we know her, so she's a good friend of mine. So but if she decides to skip town, he's gonna have to pay the rest of that rent. But yeah, so we do certain things for people that we work with that we a lot of people won't do, because it's and that's another thing too. When you're coming here, if you don't have a local that can co-sign for you, like co-sign a bank. We're gonna do banking again. We did touch on it once before. We're gonna do banking again. You need somebody to verify you. When we came, we had a good friend of ours who was Dominican who went with us to the bank and put out his scheduler and co-signed for me so I could get my bank account. And I did. Now I have like three, but yeah, you do need somebody local to sign for you. So, this is why I'm making these videos and I'm making myself available, because I know how it was when I came here. I had help. I wasn't just here, like in the wild, wild west by myself. And I will tell you, at one point, I did move back to the States. So that's my confession. I moved back, and that's another video. And then I came back here again. And I've been here now. I have not been back to the States. This is going to be 10 months. straight. It's fine. I'm enjoying it. So, anyway, don't forget to subscribe again and leave your comments below. And stay tuned for the next video.